Humbled Under Him presents Mr. Chopping it up with the HuHmies.
Here we go.
Yeah, chop chop.
Yeah.
Mr. Uncle Rome in the building.
What you said?
Yeah.
What they say, Mr. Briggs from the boardroom, staying sucker free in a world full of lollipops. Don't be a dum-dum or a blow pop.
Man, I miss you, bro.
Well, I'm silly.
What up, though?
I'm good. Hey, man, I'm going to keep it 100. Man, God been putting his hand on me left and right. You feel me? God been putting his hand on me left and right. I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. It's
Oh, before we go, shout out to my man Taylor Washington that plays for the Nashville, the soccer club. You know? Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get you and your old lady the Humble Under Me T-shirts. Point blank. This is the man. When I told you, people, y'all want to know what it stands for? Humble Under Him, Team Huh. You know what I mean? You best believe. If you don't believe, you can't achieve. God got you. Mm-hmm. For real.
Yeah, you just gotta. I don't not pay attention, but things happen.
Man, look here. Ain't it funny how when you disappear, because God tell you move you somewhere and you disappear from people, you elevate, but the real one's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we was talking about this the other night.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. They grind to shine. We grind to disappear, but we disappear in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
And they get mad.
Man, that's kind of one of the, man, like, I be thinking about it sometimes, like, fuck everybody, man. Fuck everybody. And then I sit there, I'm like, I don't need nobody. I don't need I have everything. I think Cat Williams said it. He said, man, I have everything that I want. I wake up in the morning and I have everything that I want.
Ain't that?
And I'll be like, man, fuck everybody. I'd rather just hang out with my wife. Not even my kids. Like, man, I know, like, everybody's like, man, I do things for my kids. You'll attest to this. Your kids are going to grow up and they're going to start their own families.
And be gone.
And
And it's you and your wife.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have a handful of, I wouldn't even call them friends. I have a handful of people that I consider family that aren't blood related. You're one of them. You know, Alex is another one. And it's like, I try to be like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't been around. Y'all sat there, let me go through all this by my damn self after I was there for you. And then it's like, I didn't tell them that I was going through anything.
Man, I'm kind of mad at you because if you're going through something you didn't tell me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't tell you because it's not necessarily I want to put a burden on somebody, but it's like, this something that I got to do on my own. This something that I got to do on my own, so when you go through it, I can coach you through it. Just like, man, where the hell Jerome been at? And I talk to you, he be like, man, I've been doing this, and I'm like, oh. And then you'll tell me something, I'm like, he went through that by himself, not knowing he's going to have to tell me how to get through something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
and people don't understand that.
Because in my mind, I'm going, man, I'm mad at you. You should have told me because people laugh, but I stop the world for certain people. Mm-hmm. Blood make you related. Family is a choice. People think that's a saying, but that is the honest to God truth. And this is my brother. So for me, when I say I'm mad, it's me being selfish because at the end of the day, I'm going to stop if he need me and be there. Mm-hmm. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, he do the same for me. So it's almost like, man, why didn't he tell me that? And I know you'll be the same way. Well, man, why didn't? Because I go through things and I don't say nothing about. You know how I do. Yeah. I go into a hole and I just kind of close off from everything and everybody and be like, I won't even talk to my sisters. I'll be like, let me just figure this thing out. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I don't want to burden people. But then I'm gonna tell you, and he know. So y'all forgive me when don't forgive me. Deal with it when I keep talking about it. Hey, don't forgive me when y'all hear me say God been good. And I know a lot of people be tripping because that's all they hear me say is, man, God been blessing me and this, that, and the other. Understand something. I mean that with every fiber of my being. And he'll understand because we've been together a long time. You know, we've been friends, man. So he knows all of me. So when I tell y'all God been good to me, that's what it is. Cause at the end of the day, and I'll just say in the last 4 years, I've had people look at me and go, man, how you still wake up and smile every day?
Mm-hmm.
Child passing, you know, some of the other stuff going on. They like, how you just? I'm like, man, it's God. I ain't got a choice. God said, I ain't gonna give you more than you can bear, and I'm gonna be there with you. This certain little thing, and I tell people, I said, man, guess what? I used to be the first one to get, man, God, man, y'all talking this, that, and that, and I'm like, no. But then I think about y'all gonna think this is crazy. When my life gets stressful, it's only 3 people that I think about. You know who they are? My mother, my oldest sister, you've met her.
Mm-hmm.
She like my mama, and you. Here's why. And y'all, like I said, I'm no longer will I say, forgive me for saying something that makes you feel uncomfortable, because that's not my place. Here's why. My mother, the first thing she always asked my friends was, do you know Jesus? My sister has always, and my nephew John Morris, shout out to, have always been 2 of the most solid people in their faith. And you don't have to be at church every Sunday and every Wednesday and every day to be a strong. What I learned was a lot of people who go to church whose faith ain't as strong as mine.
Mm-hmm.
They go for the show and the glow. No, my faith is about me trying to grow. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I met the young man I told you, Taylor Washington. That was God, because we was just passing each other at the gas station. And how a person like me run into a I don't know anything about soccer.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who he was. Taylor, no offense, but I didn't even know who you were. I'll be honest with you. My boy Chris, his son plays soccer. I had that. Chris was the one who told me who he was. And he was like, his birthday is the day after yours. Now, how crazy is that? And then, of course, me and you talked about it, and I'm going like this. But you know what we discussed more than
Man, so I looked him up, and I'm like, man, I ain't never heard of him either. So I'm gonna look him up and see. And there's signs, man. There's signs everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta pay attention. And I'm like, all right, man, let me look at this dude, man. Okay, he plays defense. All right. He's number 23. Oh, that's my roulette number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No, it's just a coincidence, man. I don't know, but man, I went on the cruise, and I was like, I got outfits to wear, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm going over there in the box, and I'm grabbing Old Faithful out, and I'm wearing all my stuff. You can ask Rebecca everywhere we go. Oh, I love your shirt. Thank you. And finally, Rebecca had it stepped in. No, normally she don't. She lets me do my own thing. She's like, man, how many times are you going to tell people thank you and not point them in the right direction and explain what it is?
Well,
and I'm like,
it's funny because
I'm shocked.
Don't I say the same thing though?
Yeah, I'm shocked at first. Kind of like, I'm standing there minding my business. I'm on vacation, and I used to go out. And I used to look for people to help or whatever. And I'm gonna mind my business. I've been on cruises. Half these people don't understand English anyway, but then people be like, "I like your shirt," and I'll be like, thank you. I guess. I mean, I don't. Oh, I do have it on. Oh, people do see that. People will come up and be like, "Oh, there's something about you," and I'm like, "There ain't nothing about me."
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? You don't even know what I'm thinking right now.
Watch this. when I met Mr. Taylor, I'm gonna call you Taylor. I'm an old man, but man, we sitting there talking about Team Humble Under Him, but more than anything, we talking about our faith.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, it's and I said here and did just like this. I said, you know, people scared to speak, and he people scared to speak about their faith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna challenge, I'm gonna challenge you, me, everybody, because I'm gonna send this. I'm sending this to everybody. This is a you know, they got a challenge for everything in the world now, right? Well, here's the real challenge. I challenge everybody who say they have faith and they believers to speak on it. As a matter of fact, you heard the podcast in the beginning. It says, Mr. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell it what it stands for.
Humble under Him.
We believe. Guess what? I'm challenging everybody to step up and speak about your faith. And when I say speak, there's nothing wrong with saying that you're a believer. Matter of fact, I'm telling Micah, so everybody understand this, Team Hum shirts will be available. He gonna tell you how much, whatever. This is about reach one, teach one. We can't expect this next generation to get better, get solid without faith. I'm being serious. We got everybody. It's on everybody. We got to step up and show them. So guess what? The movement today. Today is November the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm posing a challenge because I'm gonna post this on my TikTok, my Facebook, everything. Okay. Become a member of Team Hum. We are humbled under Him. We expect everybody and ourselves from here on out. If you say you're a friend of mine, I'm speaking for me personally because I don't want to speak for Micah. If you say you're a friend of mine, man, speak up on your faith and what God done brought you to. Join Team Hum. And guess what? When y'all see me out and about, you're going to see me, because I do wear my Team Hum shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Y'all finna see me way more. And I guess what? And I'm gonna send y'all directly to Micah. And I tell you now, we need to have a day. This is the challenge. So everybody get ready from now to the end of the year. And if you agree with it, let me know. If not, that's cool. We're gonna have a challenge. We're gonna have a challenge of wearing shirts and being a member and stepping up as far as being Team Hum, showing your faith and meaning it. Because we all ain't perfect. We ain't saying be perfect because nobody's perfect. But what we saying is set an example. Let your faith be known because God done brought all of us through something and to something and brought something to us and through us. So guess what? We need to pick a day next year. Everybody, Team Hum, we gonna repost it. Where we gonna be? So everybody who are, if you already got a Team Hum shirt, if you already Team Hum, or you want to be a part of that, we gonna pick a particular date and time. And if you don't have a shirt to show that your faith or a hat or you still got the wristbands, everything, we gonna have them there for you. You can purchase them. No offense, and when I say purchase, I know people get, but why can't you just give them away? I'm going to be honest with y'all so y'all have a real understanding. All of that has been paid for out of this man's pocket on his own. And it ain't like he trying to make no heck of profit. He just trying to, guess what, push it. And honestly, break even. When I say break even, I mean, he ain't trying to make no money off the church. He's saying, guess what? I want y'all to show y'all faith. And everywhere you go, when somebody asks you what that Hum stands for and that Team Hum, don't be afraid to speak up and go, humble under Him. It's about my faith and what God done brought me through and to. Ain't nothing, I used to be ashamed, bro. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I used to be ashamed to sit here and be like, you always want to say, I did it. I was so caught up in myself, I always said, I did it. I didn't ever give credit. You know, it wasn't me. Because I'm going to tell y'all now, I love Jerome. Jerome ain't strong enough to do big. I'm going to tell you, I be wanting to cry, but I'm not strong enough myself to deal with the stuff that I got going on. It's God, my family, and when I say family, he my family, and I mean sisters and brothers, my small, tight group of people. And so it's going to shock a lot of people we talking like this because in their mind, we don't look. And that's the thing. We got to get past this look that people supposed to have to be of faith and to be good people in general. Me and this man, I'm into it now. Here go the background. Y'all want to know for the longest, and we talking, it's been over a decade, right?
2.
People used to look at me and him. They'll look at him like, hey man, this dude is a thug, a gangster, crazy, grilled out, whatever. You know, like, and then they look at me like I'm some preppy schoolboy. When honestly, he probably saved a lot of more people than y'all really understand. Because even though you looking at him thinking, don't get me wrong, man, he about his business. If you do something wrong, but it was so many times I could have went way left while y'all was looking at me like I'm the good guy. That he wrong. That ain't the move. My mom, for the longest, with the church, man, my mom battled left and right to get me in and out the church. You know, the last time I've been in a church, I was with him. Y'all want to know what brought me back? Him and his wife. You want to know when we talk about, I'm going to tell y'all, when we talk about relationships and this, that, and the third, see, I know a bunch of y'all, and I ain't calling people out, but I'm just being real with y'all. See, a bunch of y'all in relationships that are situationships. Real talk. But I'm telling you what I know. Only 2 people, 2 relationships in my lifetime I've seen.
A lot of y'all pretending to be in love because you need a place to stay.
Thank you. It's wintertime. When it get cold, he need a place.
Season.
He need a place. The man need a place to stay, and the woman just don't want to be by herself. And then when sundress season come back around, everybody split. But my sister and my brother-in-law, Dewan and Terrence, that's a relationship. They committed, good, bad, or indifferent. Tracy Robinson, her husband, good, bad, or indifferent. Micah and Rebecca, they could make a movie. That's commitment. See, the feelings, that's a temporary thing. But do you have what it takes to be that good? Through what your vows told you. Those are, and I said 2, but it's 3. Those are the only 3 couples I've seen personally that I'm around that I can tell y'all. When they said for better, for worse, richer, poor, sickness, health, whatever, those are the 3 that I look at and I go, that's real. But I look at, and I know a bunch of y'all that's in relationships, and I didn't say your name because I know. That ain't a relationship, it's a situationship. My brothers, some of y'all, you know if you fall off and your job lay you off and you can't pay the bills, she gone. Ladies, let's be real. Some of y'all know if you gain too many pounds, if you start doing a little bit too much, he gonna trade up for a new model. That ain't relationship, that's situationship. And I ain't gonna ever be in one of them. But I'm gonna tell you, the older I get, because I'm old as dirt, you know what I thought about last night? I don't get pleasure out of anything but servitude. Well, I feel so much better as a person when I help somebody as opposed to when I get something. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy. Like if I can go help that old man.
And I've also positioned myself. Well, I don't need nothing from you. I don't need nothing from nobody. What I can get it myself. And then I'll say, I don't need nothing. Get yourself something. Don't waste your time and money on me. I'm good.
Lady looked at me the other day
I'm
and thought I
good.
was crazy because she said I helped her. I don't even know her name. But anyway, I'll share it with you. It was my last $17. Two old ladies were at the Shell station. I guess the lady lost her card or whatever. She had the money to get her gas. So I told her, I said, I only got 17 on here, so just put 16 in because I didn't want to overdo it. And the lady looked at me like, oh, well, here, give me your number. I'll give it back to you. And I looked at her, I said, no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, oh. I was like, no. She said, well, I got to do. I said, no, all you can do is this. If you see somebody that need help, just help them.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me, and a friend looked at me like, these two little bitty old white ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked at me like, you know, almost like it was,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? And I'm like, hey, man, guess
This
what?
this colored man.
I had a tank full of gas.
Mm-hmm.
I got food at the house. It wasn't gonna do nothing for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what did it hurt? In my mind, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I could have went out and ate lunch, but I can go home and make a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
No, this old lady, this somebody grandmama, somebody mama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guess what? Here you go, ma'am. And I think it bothered her. I didn't want to know her name. I didn't want to know. She asked for my information.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-hmm. And the lady, I was so upset because the gas station, the lady, the attendant, she had the nerve to look at me and say, "You crazy? I would have got my money back."
It's not. You can always make more money.
Thank you. Money don't rule me.
Man, if you're, I seen something the other day. If you're scared to spend your money and help your friends out or to help somebody else out, all you're doing is telling God or the universe, however you believe,
You're selfish.
not that you're selfish, but you don't trust in him or that.
Well,
Oh, it's time to wake up. Or you're telling the universe or you're telling God or whichever way you believe that they won't provide for you.
ooh, I didn't think of it like that, but that's strong.
You know what I mean?
Dang.
So when
Bruh.
I'm around people we went to Six Flags, invited some kids to come. They came down. They got their passes themselves. They got their room themselves. Now these is college kids. These is 20-year-olds.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, I done invited them to this thing, and I forgot to tell them about, the haunted houses cost more. We ain't standing in line, so you're gonna have to get the fast pass. Like that's just how I roll. And they was looking like, oh, I only got enough money to get the fast pass to ride the roller coasters tomorrow. We won't do haunted houses. I looked at them. I said, man, y'all be quiet. I got everybody. Right? And and my kids are like, oh, this is what dad does. Right? And Rebecca's like, this is what he does. I'm going, oh shit. There's damn 9 of us. It's $75 a piece. Last year it was $50. But you know what? This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Y'all, we finna have a good time.
Dude, you gonna laugh because you know what I'm thinking about, don't you? Mm-hmm. We still talk about this with my sisters and brothers and everybody. What do we all do together as a group?
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah. Way back.
We all went.
That was the start of it.
We all went to Holiday World.
Holiday World. Mm-hmm.
Didn't we shake them up that day?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we all went down to the restaurant. We took up half the restaurant.
Yeah.
And they all looking at us like,
oh, y'all all together?
Yeah, y'all all together.
Yeah.
We had a whole floor in the hotel. And them people was looking at us like, y'all got to understand, it was a lot of us. But they had never seen a group of people. We didn't care. We just was having a good. To this day, that's one of my fondest memories of anything. Because I'm going, man, we all right here. We all having a good time. Heck, we was in the restaurant. The waiter didn't know how. The waitress was looking at us like.
What I say when I came down there, we don't serve your kind here. They was like, I was like, no, we know each other. It's a running joke.
Them people were so shook up. And we sitting there all just laughing, eating, having a good time. And people don't be understanding. Man, the money don't matter. It's the.
And sometimes you got to show people. Like, look, I'm going to show you. You might think it's me being kind. You might think sometimes, like I tell people sometimes, man, like, I didn't help you because you needed help. I helped you because it helps me feel better because I'm a piece of shit.
Wow. Or maybe God just said, you know what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't help you because you needed help and I wanted to help. No, I'm kind of selfish because it helps me feel better about myself. We've done so much bad. We've done so much bad that sometimes we feel like it's unforgivable.
And we owe the world.
But you know what? It's not really about that. It's just, man, sometimes you got to show people. Sometimes you got to show a stranger unconditional love,
like God showed you.
Yeah,
and that's, hey man, that's the realization.
And I look at a lot of everybody. I don't care what you did. I don't care what was said or whatever. I'm here now.
But that's the servitude.
I'm not going to judge you for that because if you want to start putting stuff on the table for people to judge, I'm going to lose that battle every time.
At the end of the day, I go like this. I don't judge because I don't, like you said, it ain't, no, we don't want to do that. But when I say like the servitude thing, that's like, I do it not because, and I used to have that mindset where I felt like I was making up for something. I needed to put good. But you know what happened? It changed for me. It changed to, man, I just feel good doing it, regardless. And again, when my eyes, the word woke, everybody like to use. Mm-hmm. When God opened up my eyes and said, the servitude is doing without expectation, because at the end of the day, I'm humble enough, part of humble unto him, I'm humble enough to know that this ain't about me. See, I'm going to be, like you said with the kids going to be gone. Mm-hmm. They going to grow up and have their own life. Mm-hmm. What's good for me? What's good for my wife? What's good for my house? And
as a, as a father that sits there and, I mean, nothing against you or, situations that happen, but like, I got to stand there and go, man, I got to show my daughters how a man is supposed to treat a woman in the reflection of how I treat my wife, how I treat their mother. Two, I got to sit there and watch how I act because the boys that are around, Tristan that's around, he needs to learn how to be a man and how to treat a woman.
But you know what? You should say, no, it ain't no wrong with you saying offense to me. You know why? It goes back to, I can sit here and say, and most people ain't gonna have the heart or be real enough with themselves to say this. I wasn't strong enough to stay and do what was necessary. Even with my stepson, I tried, but I gave up. That was the weak me. Because anybody who know I love my girls more than anything on the planet. But guess what? The old weak me should have kept fighting, should have kept setting a better example. I did as best as I could. But like my sister said, you folded, Jerome, because the court system worked both ways. Mm-hmm. But I'm so conditioned and so weak-minded. No, the woman always wins. It's easier for me just to give up and not worry about it. You feel me? that most people won't admit this kind of thing, but I'm see that's part of it. We have to accept our weaknesses and our flaws and understand that. Guess what? I could sit here and bash my ex-wife and put everything on her, but no, it's really on me because I should have been stronger. I should have been stronger to block out that outside noise. Case in point, the same thing I see my sister and her husband do. You and your wife do. Tracy and her husband do. See, I wasn't where I was supposed to be. People, yeah, y'all can look at me different. I'm a man. I'm gonna be honest. See, the one thing I've learned, and take it for what it's worth. You'll never hear me lie to nobody ever again in life. You know why? Because the truth is the truth, and I done learned that hurts.
And see, did you learn though, right?
Ooh.
I had to sit here and call you out one time.
Yeah, yeah. And I had to eat it. But guess what? And here's the difference. A weak man won't understand this. This is one of the reasons why we are who we are, and he is what he is to me. Because he ain't gonna let me slip. As a man, as a true friend and brother, he's supposed to call me out. And if I really love him like I say I do, I'm supposed to be able to accept that. And that's why we're still right here. See,
You're supposed to get offended. You're supposed to go. If you got offended, it's because it was the truth.
Thank you. That means that you saw.
If you got offended, it was because it was the truth. Because if it was a lie, you'd be like, man, motherfucker, you lying.
But exactly, it offended because it was true. But guess what? I didn't see it. He saw it. He pointed it out. I said, but that's something I had to correct. I'd have never corrected it if he wouldn't have pointed it out.
Somebody, who's one comedian? He be on there talking. Oh,
I love being corrected because if you correct me, you care about me. Somebody who don't care ain't gonna correct bad behavior. You know, and y'all can say what you want. That's why I ain't got many friends. I know he know. It feel like I know everybody in this city, don't it?
yeah.
But guess what? I got a small, less than 10 friends. Why? See, my friend can call me out. And it might offend me or hurt my feelings, but I know he's telling me the truth. And guess what? As his friend, as his brother, regardless if it hurt or not, I respect it because he told me and I can correct it. If I can't accept his correction and his truth and pointing out my flaws, we ain't that close. But we are, that's why we here. Some of y'all, we ain't cool no more. Why? Because I've told you, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Oh man, you tripping, I can't be around you. You tell me something wrong and I go like this. All right, man, well, you know what, you right. But you happy that I can take it, but you can't take it back. I'm going, oh no, I got to cut that person out because that's fake. He acting. I don't want to see nobody around me acting unless it's Denzel Washington. You know what I mean? What they say, hurt me with the truth before you comfort me with a lie. And case in point, we was talking last night. Was last night, the day before? See, y'all don't see us around, and you really don't see us hanging out all the time. When we hang out, we with the people we care about, and we on trips. We making real memories. Not no. We were just talking yesterday about planning a trip to Italy. Everybody think it's a joke. Hey man, we don't work hard to not enjoy it. It's not showing out when a person's showing you, hey, if you work hard, you can do this. Not just by yourself. Take your family. You go with your friends. You making memories, and you see. He know this. I was in the Navy, so way back in the late 80s, early 90s. So I was kind of already kind of in tune to some sort of things. But I told him, he said something to me when he just got back from a trip abroad. And he said, what was we doing? We was laughing because I said, ooh, your eyes done got open now. It's over with. When you see a different part of the world, it changed your whole mind state.
Yeah.
You You don't look at your city, your town, even the people you're around the same. Because you go, hey, man, we missing life.
Yeah, you ain't experienced like some people never leave the town that they in. Like their grandparents lived in this town. Their parents lived in this town. They were born, grew up, got married, and have kids, and they still in the same town. Now,
And tell them what a trip is.
That town has been getting bigger, and more things have come to that town as cities grow and everything else. But that's all you know is this little bitty town. Now, is it a bad place? Not really. But there's more
to life.
To life.
And they think going to Atlanta or up the street is a big deal. I'm like, nah, man.
And it's like I joke with people sometimes. I was like, man, I did like 6 months without ever leaving the city.
For real?
And they were like, for real? And I was like, well, it was because I was in jail. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never left the county. Everything I needed is right here. The gas station's right there. Kroger's right there. My wife's upstairs. You know, I don't need to leave. But you know what? This internet, I want to go see this place. I want to see what that is. I want to put my eyes on it. I mean, you can watch it. You can do research and YouTube and everything else. Now, I'm trying to go see it and put my hand on it. I'm trying to put my feet in the soil. Like, y'all don't understand.
You ready for this? You know how many people live in Nashville, born and raised, but they don't even know their city.
Mm.
I got guys I know from my side of town who, when you start talking about downtown or even going to Cheekwood,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm talking about the sites, going to waterfalls.
I ain't ever crossed James Robinson Parkway.
Won't go out there part of the city. I'm going, man, do y'all know we got waterfalls close by? Do y'all know,
Seen them. I've been to them. I jumped off a couple of them.
I'm like, don't y'all know that we got, dude, even in Nashville, if you're scared to go out to know your city and everything in your city. I'm talking about the real stuff. Forget this, the clubs and stuff. I'm talking about the real city. Man, have you been to Cheekwood? Have you been to the Botanical Gardens? There's so much stuff in Nashville. The Nashvillians that are born and raised here don't even.
What you doing Saturday?
I'm working till 12. After that, I'm free.
What, we finna go downtown?
What, this Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Just go eat. I don't know, 3 o'clock.
Where we gonna go?
Assembly Food Hall.
Oh, yeah. You done got on it now, huh?
Yeah.
I told you. Hey,
Yeah.
that won't be. Just about 3?
Yeah, 3. Somewhere go down there sometime.
I'm already beat. Let's do it. Because, hey, that's another place. Hey, he hit that joint, boy. He called me. He went crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then we used to be downtown all the time.
Yeah.
It's a lot different now.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like somebody who lives in Florida. They don't go to the beach. I'm not going. Like, I've been to I've been to the Bahamas more than I've been to Broadway.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
But then now that I've been to Broadway a couple times, I'm like, man, this is down the street.
And it's way different than when we was doing
This is down the street. Oh, I'm going. I'm going to People Watch.
Beautiful, ain't it?
You got all these people coming to Nashville for whatever reason to hang out, sporting events. A lot of other teams around the country they pick Nashville to play the Titans or the Predators or Vanderbilt or whoever, just so they can come hang out.
That's right.
Man, I'm gonna go down there and check it out. Now I go down there and I'm like, man, this is cool. I see why people come down here because there's a lot of live music. Now it's not the type of music I listen to, but
Once you get a couple floors up, though,
it's a lot of stuff. It's
different.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say this: shout out to Maya, his daughter Maya. In case everybody who get older, if y'all go to the Preds games, I would appreciate it. This is my niece, his daughter, so I'm telling y'all, I would appreciate it if a few of you guys could do the little signs, stand up, with Maya,
Mm-hmm.
and say, we love Maya.
Mm-hmm.
His
And man, that's another cool
she
thing.
living
though.
out her dreams, man.
Yeah, that's another cool thing, man. Watching your kid make mistake after mistake after mistake and not fucking listen. And still live her dream.
Yeah, Maya doing it.
She don't listen. But guess what she did? She did all of it on her own.
Yeah.
Dad, can you make a phone call? What should I? She did all this on her own. She just tell me that she made it. Well, I didn't even know you was trying that.
And that, you know what, y'all, and Maya, this is why I love and respect what you did. Because you did, like he just said, your daddy proud, whether you know or not, so your uncle, because you did it on your own. And I don't care, like I said, truth is truth. Truth don't need to be hid, or God don't like it when you lie. You know and I know. In my case, I've opened doors for my daughter that trust me. There's been some doors she could have walked through to where she would be super good. But for whatever reason, well, not at whatever reason, part of it was her mother, part of it was stubbornness. She chose not to. It was even times she's at, you've seen me go without and put myself in the hole because she asked me stuff for things. And then I sit here and I look at Maya and I go, he got to force Maya to take things and do certain things because, like you said, Maya she gonna figure it out herself. She always been smart though. She always been quiet, laid back, almost like a chess player. Just like, okay.
And then you watch. I don't know if it. You watch your kids like Tristan's 24, got a good job, got a son, and you start to see him change. Before it was me and my friends are gonna get an apartment.
Yeah.
He only got to provide for himself, so he don't call out of work. He can come over here and eat ramen noodles and then dip out because he ain't got no money to eat, right?
Yeah.
He got to choose in between drinking beer at the bar or buying something to eat. He gonna come over here and eat some food and then go drink at the bar. Now we got a kid, he talking about applying for that promotion. He ain't called out of work. He ain't talking about no apartment. He talking about a house. He talking about property.
He done a 180.
He talking about having enough room so I can come stay up there. Little stuff like that. And then Maya doing what she's doing, it got Chloe going.
Set the example.
I'm gonna be this and be that. I'm just like, man.
And
I could have just listened to me.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something.
But
Tristan, I'm proud of you, son. Because me and him used to sit here and argue and be like, we're going to have to beat this boy up. I don't know what we're going to do with this boy. But I know what you're doing now because he speaks about it constantly. You watch this, I'm proud of you. Hands down. And I'm going to give a shout out to my stepson, Wesley, because I used to go off thinking, boy, this boy ain't going to never get it. Hey, Wes.
Yeah, you call about Wesley, I got to set the phone down. Like, oh.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you now, son, I love you. I'm proud of the man that you've become because guess what? When I say between the military work, marriage, taking care of these two girls, Wes, and as smart as he was, and as much as, his great, his mom's family, they got means, Wes, and I used to get worried, Wes has done a 180. I always say 180, not 360, because 360 puts you back in the same place. Wes, you've become the man I knew you could be and more. And I'm proud of you. You and Megan both. Good parents, good people. Proud, I am super. Maddie, as much as we bump heads, as much as we at where we at now, you my child, I love you. You gonna make it. You gonna be all right. I just need you to settle down.
Yeah, then you also got to look at it like this. Your grandfather, your father did stuff a certain way, and it works for them.
Yeah, my way didn't work.
Right? It worked for them. It didn't work for me. And then now I'm realizing what works for me ain't gonna work for my kids. It's a whole different world now.
And boy, I'm way older, so
You know? And it's like not that I mean we are not the OGs or whatever now, but it's like what worked for me ain't gonna work for my kids. It's gonna be a whole different world by then.
oh yeah.
You know?
And my
But
grandbabies.
they're trying to figure it out. Yeah, just like the grandbabies. It's like somebody got to teach them.
Yeah.
But you know what? It ain't my fault to teach them.
Nah.
They got to listen. Now, what's in me is in them, but they gonna have to figure it out themselves. They might be something else.
Yeah. Well, and y'all know I'm pressed on
Yeah.
time. You know.
Yeah, we're good.
But I'm gonna tell y'all this. Well, first, it's my brother. I love my brother. See, we don't tell each other we love each other. Not just us, but everybody in general. I love y'all too. Period. And I want the best, not just for the people I know, for each and everybody. And the only way for the world to become a better place is if we become better people.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, Team humble under him. Let's stay positive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stay focused. Mr. Washington, I will call you or text you when I leave here to get your sizes so I can purchase them from him for you and your fiance. The challenge will be posted soon with the date for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all thought I forgot. I'm not playing about this. Point blank. And
Yeah.
you know, to Maya, Chloe, Tristan, Maddie, Jessica. That's my kids and his kids.
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. These old men right here, Mr. Guess what?
Uncle Rome.
You know it.
Be a voice, not an echo.
Reach one, teach one.
Yeah, always emotion. We out.
We out.